The Dallas Cowboys present These Boots Are Made for Talking, the official podcast of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Now your hosts, Courtney McKenna and Shannon Gross.
No. It's
on the side.
Now your host.
Down the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Volume.
No, like on the table,
box.
then down. There you go.
And before we get started, let's just keep the mics as close as we can, especially our guest on the left in the blue sweater.
Test. The whisperer.
Whisper challenge. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome into These Boots Are Made for Talking. Nope, not again. No Shannon. We got Janelle in the house sitting in the co-host seat with me. Super pumped about that.
Thank you, ladies.
And then joining us, we have Brennan and Rachel W. Two fabulous rookies.
Glad to be here, guys. This is going to be fun.
We're happy you're here.
We're happy to be here.
So happy to be
Welcome
here.
aboard. Is this your first, second, third?
Second?
Mm-hmm. This is my second. I was on not that long ago, actually.
Second time, but the fans
Wow.
can't get enough. Both of you.
Back for more.
I feel like both of you are good fan favorites.
Oh, thanks.
We have some friends on
A fun tour.
We have tours come through here a lot. It's very distracting, but so wonderful to say hi to all our friends.
We were talking about it at lunch today. So many people come in through tours to the Star every day.
It's so wonderful.
So you guys should do it if you're listening. Chance, if you come on a Thursday, you could see some cheerleaders. Just saying. I'm distracted.
All waving.
We're
I know
also
it is
distracted.
distracting. We're trying to be friendly.
Apologies.
Well, I'm just distracted by my phone, by this. You go.
Well, I'll begin. Okay, so we're wrapping up your rookie season.
I know. It's hard to believe.
Your
Yeah.
rookie year.
It's crazy.
But
I got that.
why don't we start with what you thought the highlight was? I know there's so many. That's a really hard one
It's a
to
loaded
pick out.
question.
Okay. While you think about that, let's say...
You're not going to make him answer it?
Well, I'll give you a minute. It is a loaded question. But I was thinking, let's share with our listeners and viewers if you're watching, what most surprised you about being a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader? Throughout the whole year, all the experiences you had, what do you think was the most surprising element? Or what did you not expect coming in and then you were like, oh, wow, I didn't realize it was like that. Or, hey, that was different,
Yeah, for me, definitely the time commitment. Obviously, because I came in thinking I was going to be in a full-time grad program and do this on the side. I had no idea just the amount of time that it requires and how much I would want to put into it. And so I think that kind of was maybe not what I'd expected, or because everybody just makes it look so easy. Girls work full-time jobs, do everything, and make it look like, oh, yeah, we can absolutely do this. And you can. But that was a shock for me coming in. I didn't realize, how intense it would be, especially training camp. But
Schedule
now I know.
management.
Yeah, schedule. Just schedule was different than what I'd expected, but figured it out. It's all good now and wouldn't have it any other way.
Brennan?
I did know the time commitment, so I knew what I was getting into. But I would say probably I'd never been on a team before. So this was my first time. I didn't cheer in college. So this was my first experience being with this many women on a team. And so I was pleasantly surprised at how well everybody gets along and the maturity level of everybody. I think, you're always going to have ups and downs. It's 36 women in one group. But I was impressed with how well everything worked.
We're a good group.
Yeah, solid group.
Like no drama.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone always asks that too.
Sisterhood.
They're like, "What's the drama? Is there a lot of drama?"
That is surprising though, because it is such a special group of
This year was pretty
intelligent,
drama-free, too.
mature.
Yeah, we were really lucky. I think that would be my highlight too. I mean, I know that's kind of a general way to
Are you
put
ready
it.
to answer it?
But the girls, the people that you've met. I mean, that's what initially came to mind. That was the first thing. I'm like, really, just these people, these teammates, these friends. Because at the end of the day, all the rest of it will fade away. I mean, you're not going to have you have those memories. Obviously, it was really cool getting to go to playoffs. Like we just had a dream season.
Yeah.
But I would say the relationships. That's the highlight for me so far. Yeah.
Nice.
I agree with that. And then I would add on, for me, one of the biggest things I was looking forward to of making the team, hopefully, was to perform at halftime for Thanksgiving. Yeah. And so with Megan
that was
Trainor,
cool.
and then this one got to actually be a backup dancer and dance with the
giant
big
Nailed
boots.
those
Yeah.
mic stands.
It was fun. And the mic stand. Yeah, that was really fun. I forget.
Yeah, so it was fun to watch all of us be able to be on stage and dance with her and meet someone of her status. Was just her work ethic and everything. It was just
I agree.
amazing experience. And then to get to see there were there were 4 of you, right?
Yeah, and then we had
That
some
were
DCRB
actually
too that
in
joined.
with her backup dancers in the same outfit, everything. And so it was really cool to watch them get to live that out. And
Thanksgiving was a good time.
That
It
whole
was
week, I feel like, was such a highlight for you on the team and just that experience.
such a blur, but then
A lot of
really
work.
something I'll remember forever. Yeah.
And then straight into Christmas at the Star.
I know. I never. Yeah, that was.
that-
We did
That
that.
one day where those rehearsals were all day, and then you had show rehearsals outside here for Cats, and then Cats is Christmas at the Star. By the way, if you're listening,
can
Nice
we pause
little
on that?
abbreviation.
So last year, whenever that started, and I remember talking to Lauren on the team, and she's like referencing, Cats.
While
blah, blah,
you
blah.
were or not
I was
on the
not
team.
on the
Okay.
team, but she was referencing all of these practices. I legitimately thought that you guys were putting on the performance of Cats.
Like
like
the
the
musical.
Brandon, I would have thought the same thing.
For a very long time until I saw the pictures posted, and I was like,
Makes sense.
well, for a long time, I couldn't work out what CCS stood for because on the calendar it always said CCS, but we always referred to it as Cats.
Right.
So for a long time, I was just quiet to myself. I'm not going to ask. That's just really embarrassing. And I let it go on for like a year until I recently just realized
Cowboys
what it stands
Christmas
for.
Spectacular.
I
Isn't
still
that cool?
didn't know that one.
There are lots of things like that. Actually, lots of appearances
Just like,
that are
I wanna be that
abbreviated.
one.
And I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I guess I'll say yes. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, but you never want to ask the dumb question, so you're
No.
just like, oh yeah, CCS.
Right.
Right.
We know
I
what
was
that
similar
is.
with the
Yeah.
Cats too when Kelly would talk
Why
about
does
it.
it
I was
have 2 names?
It's true.
like, she's also the queen of acronyms.
She is.
I do love a good acronym when I know what it means. Then
Yeah.
they're useful. But
Then if
Which
you-
also DCC, if you're not in this world, people don't know what that means necessarily. So you reference, you're like, oh, DCC practice, and they're like,
And
Cowboys?
when you go into camps, when you start doing the youth programs, DCC has another meaning. So that's something to look forward to for hopeful veteran year.
yeah, we heard a little bit of that. I guess it was the
Dedication.
Christmas camp.
character,
Community.
yeah,
Community,
I wouldn't
yes.
have gotten the last C. Community.
Janelle, it's not a surprise. I'm sorry.
It's
Wait,
always
is there another
exciting.
meaning?
It's always exciting
okay.
making the kids guess that. So
It is
you
fun.
can work on that one with them next year.
Do you guys know if you're going to do camps yet? When does that get scheduled?
They start back up in June. We had our spring break camp already last 2 weeks ago when it was spring break.
Yeah.
And the summer camps start back up in June. So there's like 17 different programs this year. They go for 3 days each. There's Little Miss. There's so many different types of them.
What
So
age is
you'll-
that one?
Little Miss
3.
is 3 to 6.
Oh, cutie.
It's ridiculous.
Wow, what a cute name too, Little Miss.
And it's like a half-day little program with the parents in the studio. It's just the cutest thing ever. So
can't wait.
you have lots of things to be excited for.
They're like no taller than kneecaps too.
And they all turn up wearing the little uniform.
The
and
tiny
it's
boots. They melt my
The tiny
heart.
boots with like the homemade palms and the bows. And it's
Yes.
I'm
Count
obsessed
me in.
with the little kid uniform. I think it's so cute.
I just bought it for my niece who was just born. And I'm going to add the
congrats.
rhinestones so that it
Do
matches
it.
mine.
Oh, like on the fringe?
And
out.
on the stars, so you outline them with little rhinestones so they match.
How cute.
Oh my god, the best baby
Charlie's going to be
aunt
so excited.
ever.
It's really cute.
How old is she now? Like fresh
Charlie is
newborn?
now maybe a month.
Oh wow.
So you've had a very exciting off season.
I've had a super and then my best friend just had a baby too, so I'm just surrounded by lots of newborns.
Brennan, what?
Yeah.
Aunt, are you the cool
Aunt Bren.
aunt?
Of course I'm the cool aunt. Aunt Bren?
Aunt Bren.
Is that what they call you?
Yeah.
That's so funny. And Bren.
Yeah.
What else have you been up to? Welcoming and babies, being the cool aunt. What else?
Babies, work. I've traveled a little bit, so that's been nice.
Where'd you go?
I went to California.
Ooh, what part?
I did, to Laguna.
Oh my gosh.
Steven!
Yeah.
How fun.
And then are you guys fans of the OC? Do you remember that show?
Duh.
You would watch that in Australia?
Please, I don't live under a rock.
Yeah. So it lived up to the hype of the OC. I just basically
it's a
pretended like
beautiful
I
area.
was in an episode of the show.
Fun.
Nice.
That's
Love
what
it.
we need beaches in Dallas. God. I'll say it now, I'll say it again. That's what
You
we're
could go down
missing.
south, Galveston.
But that's also far, and Galveston isn't really that great.
Courtney misses her Florida beaches.
Florida beaches. Well, South Carolina beaches are decent, right?
Do you miss the
we do.
beach?
I do, and our state is cool because like you can drive just a few hours and be at the beach, or you could drive a few hours and be in the mountains. So we kind of got it all right there, which is nice. And everything's green. We get all 4 seasons. It's beautiful.
The Carolinas, I feel like, are underrated as states.
I would agree. Yes,
I've heard it's really beautiful.
Let's all come visit. No, it is. It's gorgeous. I think fall is really our best season. It's beautiful. It's where we thrive. But no, they're gorgeous, and yeah, there's so much to do outside. So love it, miss it, but
And then you came to Texas, where we don't really have a fall or a spring.
there's just really, really scalding hot for months and months and months, and then there's freezing cold. So, and then sometimes where it'll be 70 degrees
All
one
in
day
one
and then
week.
20 the next. You get
But at
both
least
in one
in
week.
summer, though, you know what you're getting every single day here. You
is
know it's
true.
going to be boiling. You never need your jumper, sweater. It's always hot every
What did you
single
call it,
day.
though?
Sorry,
A jumper.
Oh.
Learning new
Yes, that is a
terminology with
sweater.
Janelle.
You never need your winter apparel.
You're right.
No,
It has
you do
consistent
not.
in the summer. Yes.
So you grew up with no beaches?
Even further from Texas, yeah. Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. No beaches. We have lakes, though.
Yeah.
It's really pretty there
See, no, we
too.
have-
I know maybe that's not an equivalent, but it is a body
the
of
lake is
water.
fun. Mhm.
And going to the is such a good time.
Did you ever go hiking in? They have where is it? Is it Broken
there-
Bow? It's beautiful there.
It is
that's
beautiful, and
Probably
I
not near the
drive-
city,
Is
but
that
right
Oklahoma?
through it. The Arbuckles are in the south as you go from
I just
Ardmore to
picture
Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma being really flat.
It's pretty flat.
except for Broken Bow.
Except for, and eastern Oklahoma is really pretty as you're going into Arkansas.
I think that's where it is.
Yeah, but that's not where I'm from. It's flat.
I did go to Arkansas. I drove there 1 year, and the drive was terrible through Oklahoma. But then it got really pretty in Arkansas.
We make up for it with other things, like our lakes, you know.
Friendly people.
I was just in Arkansas for the Hot Springs Parade.
Ooh, how was that?
Hot Springs is where it's at, you guys. The people were so sweet, and I loved the town. It was super cute. We performed. They have this epic, it's called the Shortest St. Pat's Parade. So it's literally only like a little strip of their street. So it's a super short parade, but they've got all these floats coming through, people on stilts. This one guy was like riding a bike on the stilts.
Was the
It
hoops lady there?
crazy. Hoops lady? I don't know.
Or the magic, the clown person.
I'm sure she
Lots of
was.
colour.
They had a huge potato truck. I mean, you name it, it was there. And then we performed. So tons of fun. Yeah, got to see a little bit of Arkansas and have some fun for St. Patty's Day. Smash Mouth performed. They look
Nice.
the exact
Did you
same.
even know who that was?
No, but I knew their one song from Shrek.
I know.
Well,
Yep.
when I heard their name, I'm like, okay, I know kind of who you are. So we all waited on that song and then jammed out at the end.
Was it the finale? Did they do it
was.
last?
Yeah, they saved it for
Somebody
last.
once told me.
Yes, that's the one. And they had their sunglasses on and everything. It was
That's
it was
in
quite
Shrek?
a time. I think it's
Yeah,
very
All-Star.
Are you not a cartoon person?
Okay, well, this is a very important question
You're going to
because,
have to be with the little ones coming.
because someone did
work on
ask it.
Aunt Brennan.
Aunt Brennan.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Daddy Thunder on Instagram said, "Do you like Shrek?"
No.
Well, I mean,
Yes!
I'd say it's all right. It's not like my favorite, but I know that song is from the movie, so I've seen it a few times.
Oh my God, I love Shrek.
I like Donkey. He's fun.
Donkey.
I
Yeah.
rode the ride at Disney World, but only because my best friend
It's
made
not
me.
Disney.
Oh, Universal.
Is it
on.
Pixar? I don't know.
Oh, Universal?
No,
No,
Shrek
the-
was DreamWorks.
Oh, yes.
So is that Universal? I love Shrek. It literally, all of the movies, amazing.
How many
They're
are
good.
there?
They're cute.
Well, I think there's
there
4
3?
total. Well, there's Shrek 1, 2, and 3, and then I think like Shrek, I don't know, Ever
keep up.
After. I don't know.
I hope I didn't offend anybody that likes Shrek. But
So what's your favorite cartoon? Animation or just movie if you're not an animation fan?
okay, so I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
There you
Ooh,
go.
okay.
So if you need something that's slightly
jive with
nerdy,
that.
Did you read the book?
Are you a Slytherin?
I did. No, I would be.
Wait, have you
Gryffindor.
taken the test?
I do have the wand. I don't think I've ever taken the test. My mom and I
I'll
love
send
it,
it
so
to you.
we've been to Harry Potter World a
Okay.
couple times
Awesome.
and bring our wands, and
So did you read the books?
I did.
Good.
Ditto. You did too?
Yes.
We've never talked about
You
this.
have to read the books.
Harry Potter?
Did you read the
Yeah,
books?
you have to read the books.
You're not a real fan. If you haven't read the books, you
No.
can't say. If you only watch the movies, no offense
doesn't
to
count.
They're all good. I mean, I
But they're
think you
not
get
the
the job done, but
books.
it is a little bit different.
What about Fantastic Beasts? Have y'all seen that? It's like the spin-off of the...
I saw it. I did see it. It was okay.
But
Yeah.
It's not the
What did
same.
you
the
think?
newest
It's
one
not.
is
It's
just
not the
building
same.
you up to the next one. But
Agreed.
I'm here
Just
for
kind
it.
of hoping for it to be back at Hogwarts, and
I will
it's
pour
really
all my
not.
money into the Harry Potter franchise. Ugh. Best book.
Group trip to Harry Potter World.
Hey, we have a place to stay. My house.
Okay.
It would be
So,
worth it. Wait, no, we got to answer what book is your favorite?
Which one?
Yes. Same.
You're going 4?
Goblet of
Goblet of
Fire is
Fire all
the
the
best
way.
one.
I don't know. I like 1.
You like the OG, the original?
I was in 5th
I liked
grade
it
when I read
too.
it, and it just
Okay. I could see that.
First one's good.
brings back.
Do you know
memories.
what's interesting fact, fun fact? Philosopher's Stone, which I think you call the Sorcerer's Stone.
Yes.
So in Australia, it's that book's called the Philosopher's Stone, and the movie, when it's like subtitled weird, but it's obviously not subtitled, but it's
Harry
called
Potter and the
it's called Harry Potter and the
Stone.
Philosopher's Stone instead
There
of the
you go.
Sorcerer's Stone.
I
I was
had
very
no idea.
confused when I moved here and was like, "There's another one," but it's
I
actually.
wonder why. Because it's not like
I know it's.
we speak another language where when you translate it, it comes to something different.
You do have different phrases, though, right?
Yes.
Jumpa.
Yeah.
That.
Yes.
Philosopher,
Sure.
sorcerer, whatever works.
So, what's your Disney cartoon animation preference?
Oh my! Well,
she's
little
hitting you
known
with all the hard
fact. Fun fact about me: I actually worked in Disney World for a hot minute in
you
the
a
summer.
princess?
No, I was a fairy godmother at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and so I did the hair and makeup for little bitty ones. We did princess transformations. It was such a fun summer job.
Did you dress up?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We had our full on. I mean, it was so hot too, and that was when I worked in downtown Disney, but it was turning into Disney Springs at the time, so you had to trek, like walk a mile in your fairy godmother get up, and we had this little halo that went over your head. I mean, it was a whole thing, and you're working in like Cinderella's beauty shop basically with all these other fairy godmothers. We were called fidgets for short, fairy godmothers in training. And yeah, you'd have little bitty ones. Like I think the age range was 3 to 13, and they'd come in, get hair and makeup done. They'd go change and do.
Rachel
their,
has some good stories about
do
this.
their
Actually, she told us
full-on-
during training
It was
camp.
a hard job. Yeah, I mean harder than you would think.
There are
because
some very strict rules.
and
Very
some
strict rules.
very
with
magical
Disney.
moms as well. You know, so just
That's a great way to put it.
Magical
magical moms. Yeah, and all around
Like dance
great
moms for
experience.
Disney.
I was thinking.
It was fun times at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. But you're trying to make the experience special for each little girl that comes in there, and everyone has different interests and stuff. But you would, like, not to give away any of the magic, but we would use, Ariel's jellyfish gel to put, that was the gel that we used in their hair. And then we had like Rapunzel's detangling spray that she brought that
my
morning,
gosh.
and just all the fun magic and good stuff. And
The little kids in the costumes at Disney are so cute.
so cute.
Are
It
you
really
a
is.
kid person? You seem like you're a kid for.
When I don't, not of my own. Like when you're like babies, I was like, I would love to hold a baby right now.
You wanna
and then
give it
return
back.
I just want to hold babies.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
But
fun.
not your own. It's fun
No,
to-
not my
for it
own.
to be someone
God,
else's, yeah.
I would die.
Wow.
You can do it, Court.
I can't keep track of myself, let alone
You'll
like
get
another
there.
human. No.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
But what brought
We
you to
believe in
Orlando
you.
for just one summer?
It was the Disney College program.
Oh,
And
cool.
so the major that I was in at Clemson, they came and promoted it. And
What
were
was your
like,
major?
Communication studies.
I know
And
that. I'm just
so-
sharing that with the world.
Yes, comm studies. They said, hey, you can come do our Disney College program. And so I went for a summer and actually got college credit as part of that, and then got some great work experience as well. And did little princess makeovers all
That's
summer.
so fun.
So it was a really good time. Yeah. Throwback Thursday.
We're
literally.
actually
TV
trying to
Thursday.
have, we're trying to have. We didn't end up doing it, did we? Everybody wants Rachel to do a tutorial of how to do their hair and makeup because everybody's
glam
always
sesh.
Yes.
We need to have. We do.
So we need an adult version.
Everyone's
We can
running up
do.
to you in the locker room
Yeah.
right before you go out. Right, to fix my eyes. Do this.
Can you put my eyelashes on? No, it's fun. I
she's
love
just
it.
like,
I got it. I'll do it.
She doesn't have any time to get ready for
I
it.
wish I had my bibbidi bobbidi magic wand. Yeah, we could use that. But no, we do. We need to
I would like a
schedule a
full
glam
Rachel
sesh.
So they
Glam
taught
squad.
you
You
how
guys
to
are
do everything
invited.
on the kids, though, right?
They did, but it was difficult because see, everybody had different. I mean, obviously, there's all different hair textures, hair types. So some girls would come in and, maybe they'd been playing in the parks all day and the hairbrush really hadn't touched their hair at all day, if you know what I'm saying. And so you're like, wow, princess, this hair is a lot. Wow. But it was a good time. You had to kind of adapt the style for everybody's different hair types and all that.
For all the little princesses.
All those little, all the little ones you see scurrying around with the buns way up high.
And the glitter, that was you?
That's a fun job,
That was-
summer job.
It was fun. I learned a lot, but it was good.
Aunt Brennan, did you ever have a fun summer job or an internship?
Let me think.
What did you call
You weren't
it?
a fairy godmother? What?
I don't have anything
Weird.
like that. No, I taught dance during the summers. So
That's fun.
Okay.
go around and then in the
That's
summers.
fine.
Yeah, but I was not fixing their
It's hard
hair.
work too. Yeah.
Little kids are hard work. I kind of started tailoring myself to the older crew.
I gotcha.
It takes a special person to deal with the younger. There's some people thrive in different areas.
That's why, yeah, and that's why we have lots of different people on this team. So at camp, some people are more suited for the older ones. Some people are better with the little ones. Everybody's got their niche.
Well, these fairy godmothers in training have to jump to a quick break, but we will be back with Rachel and Brennan on These Boots Are Made for Talking.
Essilor has been helping Cowboys fans see better since 1972 so they don't miss a moment on the field. Get glasses with Essilor's best vision, clarity, and protection with the Essilor Ultimate Lens Package. 3 innovative technologies in one lens. For a limited time, you can double your lenses for free when you purchase the Essilor Ultimate Lens Package and get a second pair of frames. Find a participating eye care professional and details by visiting EssilorUSA.com. That's EssilorUSA.com. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're like me and you love... if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for a little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
A man's Stetson doesn't just protect him from life's elements. It projects an unstoppable and legendary spirit, just like the men wearing silver and navy on the field every Sunday. Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. They are still the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Find Stetson hats in the Pro Shop or at Stetson.com today.
Dr. Pepper is the one you crave. But how do you explain that craving?
Imagine being shipwrecked on a desert island, alone. Glass-like curls of surf pound the shore with Dr. Pepper-colored waves. Surrounded by desire, but you can't drink it because it's the ocean. Fish live in there. The only thing you want is Dr. Pepper, and you can't have it.
Now that is a Dr. Pepper craving. Dr. Pepper, the one you crave.
Back to These Boots Are Made for Talking.
We are back to the... Threw me off. Well, we are back to These Boots Are Made for Talking. Courtney in the house, with Janelle sitting in the co-host seat with me again, and we are joined by Brennan and Rachel W, who are wrapping up their rookie season. How weird is that to hear?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Still doesn't sound real. Yeah, I'm like, what? We're just starting.
but as fast as the season went, I feel like off season has been even faster.
I know. It's
not really an
almost
off
April.
season.
Yeah, that's relative, right?
Still
Right.
doing stuff, still taking classes,
Yeah.
still going on appearances.
Still grinding. Putting in the work.
Calendar coming up.
Yes.
So soon. Yeah.
So we are confirming. Well, do you want to let them say it?
What?
Are we allowed
Oh,
to
wait,
say?
no,
No, if
wait,
you're-
what?
Is that a
Oh,
secret?
yeah. Do you want to ask?
Will you please confirm or decline for our
Deny.
listeners and viewers?
Confirm or deny?
What did I say?
Decline.
We knew. Correct me. Will you please share with us whether you are or you are not returning for your veteran audition season?
I will be auditioning in May.
Yay!
Woo!
So will I.
Yay!
Oh, I love that applause. Nice. Nice touch. With
So you're going on calendar. Very exciting. How do you feel?
all the feels. Excited.
Excited but nervous.
Catchphrase.
The line.
Yeah. A little nervous. A little hungry. Probably
have you
when we
ever-
get there.
Oh my God, please. Drama
teasing,
queens.
I feel like most of us have never done anything like this. Maybe you
Right.
have.
But I was going to
No,
say.
no, I've never been a
But you've
swimwear model.
strutted across the stage in a bikini.
I have done that.
So-
it was like 20 seconds. So, and it's a little different
still.
than modeling. I don't know. I think it'll be a cool experience, but I've by no means, I've modeled for different like clothing, like little boutiques and things like that. But I think swimwear modeling is a totally different ball game. So I would say I'm just as just as green as everyone else going into this.
Walking
Why are you
across.
she's so humble.
Always.
Yeah,
love
I'm
this
gonna say,
girl.
I wouldn't say
I'm
she's
total
on
opposite.
the rest of our level.
No, with everything.
I mean, I'm telling y'all, modeling for when you're in, full clothes and you're just like, la la, and my outfit is a little different than bikini, but we'll see how it goes. I'll try to draw on my experience, just zone into my Miss America self, strutting across the stage in swimsuit.
Were you comfortable strutting across for Miss America?
Yeah, I think at that point you kind of just have to be. It's like,
Well, you
okay,
grew
go.
up doing
Here
it,
you
so
go.
you were
Sort of. I mean,
experienced.
mostly dancing, but even in dance, your costume, you're on stage, you're used to that. But this will be different because it will be probably a little more intimate. You're not just on a stage. I feel like it's easy when you're on stage to sort of like adopt a character and just strut out there and do your thing because you can't see each person individually. But this will be a unique experience. It'll be a little different because we'll have the camera right up there close, and so a little different.
What are you thinking?
I agree with you. When you're on stage, I grew up dancing, so you're used to the costumes and being on a stage and being in front of people wearing that. But I think you don't really notice, like you can't see the audience, right? So like you said, you kind of go into your tunnel vision. You're playing a character essentially on stage. This is a little bit different. I wouldn't say I'm too nervous though, just because the girls have talked about it a lot, like the other veterans, and they've said, like, it's amazing the advice that you get from the photographers and other girls, and watching on the shoot, you get to watch some of the other veterans go, and they're like, we didn't know what we were doing, and
Right.
They
You
talk you through it, the whole thing.
Okay.
So just
and you
relying
feel
on
glamorous, and it's such a special experience. Just soak it all in and don't let the nerves get to your head because it really is gone before you can even blink.
Just fun experience, because what's the worst that happens?
Right. That's the
And
other
it's not
thing.
possible that either of you or anyone would take a bad photo. So
Thanks. It'll be fun.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It will be fun.
it's going to
It's
be
gonna a
really
good time.
fun.
We're
Get
gonna be with
excited.
all of our best friends. And have we said where we're going? Or are we not saying?
We can say what country we're going to. I think
That's
we
the
can-
only
I think
thing
we
I
can
know.
say the
We'll be
city.
in a very tropical place with all of our BFFs. It'll be such a blast. I don't want to accidentally say anything.
I know, and there are quite a few of us that are going, so that's exciting. I don't know if I'm supposed to share how many are coming back.
It is a
but
very big returning class.
It is.
It is.
I can tell via social media all the fans are trying to put two and two together of who is returning and who's not. And I don't
You
want to be
forget
the,
that
Well, they
people
have
don't
to wait
know.
till
I don't want to
listen
be
to
the
the podcast.
I was like, I don't want to be the one responsible for ruining that for people.
Neither do we. We'll just. Either way, it'll be a good time. I feel like there'll be some downtime too, where we can just hang out, play games.
A lot.
Like it'll be fun.
Play
Hanging out in each
games.
other's rooms and getting
Braiding
to
hair.
know each other.
Glam session.
Glam
That's what we're
sesh.
gonna
We'll
do
do it.
Yes.
We'll do it. I think I'm gonna probably bring my little spray tan machine, so we'll have folks coming in. Get
You
their
have a spray
tans
tan
on.
machine?
A little baby one.
Are you surprised?
Yes.
No.
Listen. I'm gonna bring it.
Sad to say
Daphne
no.
said she has one too.
Does she
we
really?
have
Tan team. I love it. Everyone's
Wow,
gonna have
that's
like a
really
fun
that's really
kiss.
pro.
Oh my God, what if you did? Is your Instagram public?
Uh-huh.
What if you did an Instagram live glam squad one day?
Ooh, we could. We could go live with the glam sesh.
On an off
So
day.
much potential. I can't wait. It's going to be good.
So
Good
much
stuff.
time for
Because
activities.
I'm sure a lot of people would want to learn.
I would tune in.
Tips and
Okay,
secrets.
cool. You just come over, girl.
I would tune in.
Anytime.
Oh my God, I need more than a spray tan.
Well, I'm
go
excited
extra
for you. It's going to be really, really fun.
We're excited. Countdown is on.
I know. Fittings are so soon, so.
And the countdown is also on for auditions. Are you guys ready for, well, I don't know what round for you, but round 2 for you and round five for Brennan.
That's a lot of solos.
Well, no, it's -1 because the first year I was not prepared, and
Still a lot.
and that was just prelims and semis. But this year,
Yeah.
this will be my
Fourth solo.
solo.
Wow.
fourth solo and hopefully 4th training camp.
Yes, you go, girl.
Are you ready? Have you started putting it together?
I have started. I have the song. I'm working on the mix of it. I have a costume and ideas.
Is it a specific style or theme that you'd like to share, or do you want it to be a surprise?
I can share.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I should say my song.
Yeah.
But
Don't
I won't- I won't do
divulge
that.
everything. Just a little.
it is an old classic that it's very. I feel like I feel very comfortable in a certain style that's pretty stylized jazz. I would say, kind of a sultry jazz.
Yes,
So
girl.
I'm sticking with that. It's in my wheelhouse and where I feel most confident. So
Ooh, I can't wait to see. I love it. I can already picture it. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. What was your
There's
song
black
last year?
and feathers and
Take Me
stones.
to the River by Annie Lennox.
Sing it.
Sing a beat.
You do not want me to do that.
It's better than me. I can't sing.
Oh, golly.
I just am thinking "Rolling on the River," but that's not the right song.
No. It was not that. It just a sultry jazz.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you doing it.
I remember you doing it.
And I remember your costume. What
I
about
like floor work and anything like that.
what about you?
Nice, so
Have you
fun.
started?
I have. So I actually went home for about 5 days at the end of February. And I got into my home studio, went to work, got a solo ready to go because I knew once I got back out here, I'd want to just be able to just run it, practice it, and have it set and ready to go. So got music cut. Costume is already ready. Everything's kind of just ready to go. Yeah,
And now you can just go forward and think about calendar and having fun.
Yes, and I need to get my stamina to the point, like, it's not so much choreographing it or practicing the pieces that are in it. It's more just me doing it over and over and over because right now I can only get through about half of it.
You'll get there.
So, yeah, we've got plenty of time and, well, we don't, but I'll be on it. I'll be on my game and it's lyrical, so just pretty lines and legs and all the fun stuff. I'm excited about it.
All the things Rachel W does best.
Thank you. All the things I enjoy doing. Last year I did sort of like more jazzy and upbeat and fun, but still with those soft moments in it. And I feel like this one is kind of the same, even though it's like a contemporary lyrical, it's a more powerful song. So
Rachel has like this hip hop cool vibe about it that I feel like not everybody knows about you.
Thanks, Bren. It's funny because in studio life, I was not our strongest hip hopper. Hip hop was probably my weakness, but now
That's
I feel like
shocking.
it's.
She's like, in this mix, I thrive.
I mean, but it's fun, and it's been so much fun. Just at our Technique Tuesdays, we just get to dance. Like, we just have people come in, and it's different styles every week, and we're just having a ball and cheering each other on. It's fun times.
I feel like that's one of the things you don't realize a lot of times during auditions. You're so focused on what you're doing, and you're watching, and it's hard to fully embrace all the different solos. And then we get into season, and now we're into you never really see where people
shine,
where they shine and where they came from. We all just see what we all do every day. And so now's the time during Technique Tuesday that we get to see
fun.
like, Caroline's like this beautiful technician and things like that you just had no idea because maybe you didn't see her solo.
Well, because you are in such a zone at finals day. On finals day.
Hopefully we can enjoy it more this year as veterans and know it to, I don't know.
Just
maybe
hope that you're at the start of the bunch so then you can sit back down and be entertained and enjoy the show.
I have sat, actually, fun fact, in the same seat.
Stop.
There's 2 for all 3.
No way.
In the same...
Wait, the same seat every single year?
There's 2 that I've been in. So if you're looking at the stage, the first row on the left, there's 2 seats that I've sat in all 3 times that are right next to each other.
Yeah, and you
What
got
are the
a head-on view of the judges too, don't you?
If you are not like, legs crossed, always looking pleasant, not that you would not be, but you got to be on your A game.
And that's completely random too. I'm pretty sure we just grabbed a number when we walked in, right?
That's
for
not
fun.
random, girl.
No, honey.
Wait, which one is the one where you just grabbed the number? Wait a minute.
Did you notice that you
No,
were
it's
with,
all like
That you
specifically.
looked like the people you were dancing with?
Okay, yes.
Well, that's not for solos though. That's for when you go down to the field.
Okay, yes, I knew that part. But I thought the first couple of days when you came in, they were just like, "Oh, here, grab a
prelims
number."
and semis, yes.
You know,
Okay,
I don't blame you. I thought that too. I didn't realize that till like my third year that it was
that you're
everything
paired
was
with
struck.
light.
Yeah, because
like
you
I'm
don't
with
think
all the
about it like
short
that.
blondies.
Yes, I was.
People who are listening, if you don't know what we're talking about, the finals round for auditions, when they're down on the field, they pair girls of similar height and physical look. So there's not a group with a redhead, a blonde, or brunette, and you're just noticing a girl just because of her hair color. You're noticing the girls in each group of their abilities.
Oh, fun fact, guys. Yes, I do know what we're talking about because I was with all the redheads. I was beside Savannah and a bunch of other people with red hair, and I just was like, "Whoa, I have this is fun."
Well,
I have no
sometimes
idea.
it's not all 100%.
Didn't think anything of it, and then at makeovers, they're like, "We want to dye your hair red." So
There you go.
It was foreshadowing.
But
for
you
sure.
didn't go red.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. None of it was.
You talked him out of it.
No, I didn't know what I was doing at that point. I was just
sat
sitting in
down.
that chair, like, okay.
I remember
Kelly saying that they brought you into the office and you were sitting across from her, and they were like, "She's just too pretty. We can't change anything about her."
Wow, well, that's sweet.
Must be nice,
That's
right?
sweet. Thanks so much. Well, and I feel like Savannah and I have gotten lots of comments about looking similar, or people will mistake us on the field. So it's probably a good thing that our hair color
Your
is
hair
different.
texture is similar.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Right.
But, yep, almost a redhead. Who knew?
And you both have the big eyes, the big, beautiful Disney features. Shout out, Savannah. We love you.
Princesses.
Hey, Savannah. Y'all are sweet. But yeah.
Who was in your vet? Who was a vet in your audition group?
Last year I had Cash, and then this year Gina was in my group.
Nice.
Right next to me. So, and Tasha. Gina and Tasha.
Pressure.
It is always interesting because you're like, these are the vets I'm being compared to, but also still being myself. So it's not a matter of, they can only take one of us. You just have to remember that even if you're standing next to somebody who's amazing and maybe has this bomb solo like Gina, that you bring other things to the table too. So, and they can have as many blondes as they want.
Yes, girl. I love
Nailed
that.
it.
Yes.
That's your audition inspiration
job.
for
Good
anyone
stuff from
thinking of auditioning.
You can stand in between Gina and Tasha and still make the team. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What else are you going to bring to the
listening.
table? Yeah.
So true.
So what brought you to want to audition?
Well, we talked a little about it, but I think I've just always felt like to whom much is given, much is expected. And throughout my life, I've just been incredibly blessed. And dance is what I love to do. It's a gift, and I love sharing it with other people. I love performing, and it's what I've done since I was 5 years old. It's been a passion of mine and just where my heart lies. And so once I graduated, I felt like I wasn't done with this platform and wanted to go further with it. And if I was going to be a part of dancing for an NFL team, there was no other program that I would dream of going to other than, it's kind of shoot for the best. And so I thought I'd come here, and here we are.
You said that so eloquently and made me feel like a terrible person.
No.
That's Rachel.
No. But yeah,
I think you're inspiring.
Thanks, guys. My parents always, raised me and instilled within me the desire to dream big. And the worst thing that can happen is you walk away with a really incredible experience and lots of awesome new friends. And even though I was just a clueless little puppy dog going through training camp trying to stay afloat, we made it, and it was so worth it. And so if you're thinking about auditioning, I would say go for it. Literally, like I said, the worst thing that can happen is you walk away with an awesome experience.
And that's why this team is so special, because it's filled with amazing people like you that get to share things like that and inspire all the listeners and everyone around the world that looks up to the role models here.
Thanks, guys. My heart is so
Aw.
full.
Everybody's so
Love y'all. All the warm fuzzies. Good stuff.
Rachel always has that demeanor about her. I remember I met you actually at semifinals. You may not even remember this.
Oh, I remember this girl because, listen, I didn't watch this whole show. I didn't do this thing. Like, my parents kind of said, if you're thinking about auditioning, they have a TV show. Maybe you should watch a couple episodes, honey. And I was like, I don't. And they said, no, we think, to prepare. And I was like, okay, I guess it's smart. I'll watch a couple episodes. And this was one of the only faces that I saw or remembered or knew about. And my heart just went out to you because I was like, this poor girl. I've done this so many times, and they keep, what is the deal? So at auditions, I remember at some point, I was like, hi.
Was Brennan like a
You don't know
celebrity
me.
to you?
I'm just rooting for you, and I want you to know. And
Did you really go up to her and say that?
I'm pretty sure. Is that just, or,
We met, I think it was before we had just taken the test, maybe. We were waiting for semifinals, all, around the corner, because you're killing time, right? So you're just finding random people and kind of sitting in circles, and Rachel just moseyed over and kind of sat down. I think there was someone passing out candy, we had
That sounds
candy
about
and we
right.
were-
Yeah, that sounds
so,
correct.
And I'm just sitting, who sometimes is coming through. So you hear runner-up for Miss America is going to be auditioning, and then it was really easy to figure out which one she was. And she walks up, and you're like, that would be her. But she just had the biggest heart and the biggest, your attitude was so positive. But not in rainbows and butterflies, this girl just lives in La La Land. You're very grounded and have a very realistic, I would say, expectation. She was amazing to go through training camp with this year because
I feel the same way about you. Every time I doubted myself, I would just be like, Brennan has done this multiple times. I can do this. Let's go.
Still remains calm.
Yeah, because things come up during training camp too that you're just I didn't expect. For you, it being your first time, there's so much, and you just always kept going back to why you're here and the positives of it, and I think that's what gets you through.
I would agree.
And then having girls like this to surround you is, you get through it.
It'll lift you up. Well, we're going to take our warm fuzzies and our inspirational feelings and quotes on a break, and we will be back to These Boots Are Made for Talking.
If you're like me and you love... if you have a thing, then cutting the cord is scary. But then I found out I could switch to DirecTV Now and still get the live sports I love. No satellite needed, no bulky hardware, no annual contract, just...
Get the live sports you love. Try DirecTV Now for $10 a month for 3 months. Visit DirecTVNow.com. DirecTV Now. More for your thing. That's our thing. Use code REALDEAL. Limited time. Price for little package. After 3 months, renews monthly at full price. Currently minimum $40 unless canceled. Prices may change. New subscribers only. Cancel anytime. Content varies by package and may be limited. Restrictions apply.
Before your next AT&T Stadium barbecue, gear up with OtterBox, the official outfitter of tailgating. It starts with the Venture Cooler. Built tough in America, Venture keeps ice for days and days. Or stay light on your feet with Trooper Soft Coolers. Perfect for packing in your signature side dishes.
Tailgating wouldn't be complete without a beverage, so pour one into the OtterBox Elevation Tumbler. It keeps your drinks frosty and toasty. Discover more about OtterBox line of tailgate essentials at otterbox.com.
While a player can look good on paper, it's when he's out on the field that you really find out what he's made of. That's why the Cowboys rely on more than stats and scouting reports when building their team. When picking a tractor, it's why you should rely on more than specs and features as well. You got to take it out and put it to the test. The Cowboys did when they named John Deere their official tractor. To experience one for yourself, visit your local Texas John Deere dealer or go to myjohndeeredealer.com/football.
It can be hard to find the right resource for learning about important financial matters. You search how to build savings, you end up reading about the one weird ingredient from supermarkets that can make you taller. That's why Bank of America built BetterMoneyHabits.com, a safe little corner of the internet for answering your financial questions. Full of simple videos and tips, Better Money Habits can show you how to make the most of your money without resorting to random searches that always seem to lead to unbelievable photos of childhood stars grown up. To learn more, visit BetterMoneyHabits.com.
Essilor has been helping Cowboys fans see better since 1972 so they don't miss a moment on the field. Get glasses with Essilor's best vision, clarity, and protection with the Essilor Ultimate Lens Package. 3 innovative technologies in one lens. For a limited time, you can double your lenses for free when you purchase the Essilor Ultimate Lens Package and get a second pair of frames. Find a participating eye care professional and details by visiting EssilorUSA.com. That's EssilorUSA.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Back to These Boots Are Made for Talking.
Welcome back to These Boots Are Made for Talking. For our final segment, I am Courtney, joined by my lovely co-host Janelle with rookies, soon to be no longer rookies, Rachel W and Brennan. Pinkies
Almost
up.
time.
A week exactly, right?
It is.
Until you guys get your rings.
It is. Yeah. Next Thursday.
So does it officially mean that you are a veteran when you get your ring or when you go through auditions again?
Brennan?
You want me to take that one? So no, you actually have to make it back for your second season to be considered a veteran. So even in training camp, everybody's called veteran candidates. Mm-hmm. So everybody is re-auditioning. So in order to, we would have completed our rookie season, but you're not a veteran until you make it back for your second year.
But you'll become part of the alumni sisterhood forever.
Yes.
Are you so excited?
That's the ring.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'll feel like I actually made the team. Ask me maybe this time
I don't think
next
you
year,
ever have
and then
that
maybe
realization.
it'll be real.
It never kicks
Really?
in. Mm-mm.
Okay, well, good to know. Yeah, it's so crazy, and we had pinky ring fittings, and it's just so special. I had no idea that was even a thing, but now I'm like, wow, we get to wear one too, because you see everybody's during season, and even alumni are wearing them and stuff at auditions, and it's just really special to be a part of something like that, and looking forward to it.
And on calendar, I know I always look through, and the veterans always have their rings on, which we will have them for calendar shoot.
No, it always depends when the shoot is, if it's before or after banquet, that you get the ring or not. But you'll get to do it.
So you guys will get to run your hands
You'll
through
get
your
your
hair.
beautiful
Every
piece of
picture we're like
gold.
What is it in the Bruno Mars song? Raise your pinky fingers, whatever.
job.
We can
Pinky,
participate.
raise up.
Yes, we'll have
The
pinky
carrot song?
rings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the carrot song.
That one.
Nice.
Oh, gosh.
It's really exciting.
It will be so fun. And banquet, just in general, I've heard it's like such a fun time of year. I know they've been sending drop boxes to put photos in from the year and all that good stuff. We'll just get to reminisce.
It's like the big finale of the year. Everything gets wrapped up, and obviously you're gonna hear some very inspirational words. Kelly always brings it with the speeches, so that's always exciting.
She doesn't. She is a good speech giver. I'll give her that. Because we're talking about DCC year. Paula on Facebook wants to know, when does the DCC quote year end?
Our contract is through May.
It is. So we turn in our uniforms right before auditions, before finals. And then I believe if you make it back into training camp, you have your uniform in case you need appearances or things like that. Is that right?
That's correct. So there's pretty much like maybe a week or two of lull time.
Without your uniform?
Yeah. That's hard. Give it back.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you ready?
I still look at mine all the time. I mean, I have it hanging where I see it at all times. I know that's cheesy, but...
No, but that's
worked
cute.
so hard for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, girl. Hang on.
I would too.
But that's a special part. You know, you give it back and then it makes you realize how much you want to earn it back.
It's
so
motivation, absolutely.
You step up.
Yep.
I am lucky enough to have a boot, and I have my boot out where you can see it.
Is it your size?
They're so cute.
No, I think it's big. I have very small feet.
Was that?
Do you ever put it on?
Yeah. I never have, but I had family in town for Thanksgiving. Like, they came to visit, and then they went to the game, and my Aunt Mary tried it on, and she took a picture and posted it on Instagram. I'm like, oh my God, this is excessive.
Is it a signed one?
Yeah, with notes
From
too.
that was last year, wasn't it?
A Christmas gift.
That's a
2 years
nice
ago.
thing. That's a nice thing. The boots in the locker room, the note writing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you want to share what
I don't know if a lot of
our
people know what that
tradition
is.
Absolutely. Beyond the boot. So each week when we come into practice, there's 2 or 3 boots laid out, and each one is labeled with a specific teammate's name, and you basically just write love letters to them and encouraging little thoughts and blurbs, and you tuck it away in their boot, and then at the end of the week they get all those notes, and they're great to read when you're just down and needing a little pick-me-up or just a reminder that you're loved. Yeah, super sweet.
I intentionally did not open or read any of my notes until I was saving it for a bad day, and I had a terrible day. Opened them and read them all, and I was weeping. Like, straight up weeping.
I waited to read mine too until and it just makes a bad day.
Some anonymous?
It goes both ways. Yeah. A lot of times you can tell who wrote it. Yeah. So you'll know based on what they say, or and they can be super short, and some people go and it's about
It's definitely a forever keepsake.
Oh, for sure.
They are small because they get tucked into the boot.
And before we even started that, I have a note from you. The girls on the team, I mean, we could go on and on forever about this, but throughout training camp.
Oh, yeah, we do leave little notes.
People leave you notes, or you'll leave, if you see someone like that you've just bonded with that week, or maybe you're thinking about them, or just little things. So even outside of the other boots, I have so many notes from people throughout training camp.
Because Brennan is such a giver and such a sweetheart. She gave me... when we first started wearing boots, I was wearing the wrong size, I guess, all throughout training camp. Didn't realize how tight they were supposed to fit. And so Brennan's like, here, have my socks. Just wear my socks. And I'm like, well, what are you going to wear? Do you not have socks? Just gives me the socks right off of her feet, her fuzzy socks.
I had an extra pair.
And now they're my go-to boot socks. So
they're the best socks.
They are.
I've tried to convince everybody.
They're the ultimate.
The best.
I need to order another pair.
Because you do have to break them in a little bit, the boots.
And now they fit great, like a charm with the magic socks. So.
Do your feet get too hot, though, in fuzzy socks, dancing?
I like it because it grips I don't feel like they're going to fall off during kick line.
Right.
And it's a little squish.
Everybody's different. Some girls wear 2 pairs of socks, some wear 1. It just depends on what you like.
How was that adjustment? How did you find that in training camp when you went from dancing in tennis shoes to doing the kick line and jump splits and traveling across the field in these boots?
It's an adjustment. Jinx.
Yeah.
Heavier.
Yes.
And kicking in boots. So being able to point your feet, which is why, Judy harps on it all summer long. If you can't point your feet in tennis shoes, which is also an adjustment if you're used to jazz shoes, and then you go to tennis shoes and your arch and trying to... But she's right. Once you put those boots on, if you can't point your feet in tennis shoes, it's a struggle in boots.
Good luck, sister.
Yeah, and it uses different muscles whenever you're kicking, and like...
And I feel like it's all in your ankle because the boot is so... I mean, like, whereas in a jazz shoe, you can see every little toe, every little... Like, your sock, you can really see the point. In a boot or a tennis shoe, you're just pointing from your ankle, right? To continue
top
the
of your-
line.
yeah.
I mean, it's a totally different concept. And then trying to travel in boots, maintain your balance, dance, get in your deepest plie, do all of that.
On the turf.
In
that's
this shoe.
uneven.
Yes. And on turf, it's a lot of elements at once. And you're kind of just, it's like you show up one day and they're like, put your boots on. And I was like,
You bring
what
them to
socks
so
do I
many
wear?
practices before they're actually like, today's the day.
Yeah,
You
you
never
do.
know what day it's going to be. But I would say you're in such great shape at that point. It's not like they throw boots on you first thing at the beginning
You're
of training
ready,
camp.
yeah.
Yeah, you've gone through so much there.
It's a while, right?
Enough that you
depends. It
feel,
changes every
yeah,
year.
I mean, I felt like you're never going to be fully comfortable throwing on a pair of boots and kicking in cowboy boots. I mean, that's a tough.
It's pretty,
Yeah.
it's not a natural thing that
No.
most folks do.
But I would say it happens when you're used to the kick line, you know what you're doing. It's not the first day of practice.
Yeah, I agree. You make sure you're prepared.
All right, I'm going to ask a couple fan questions because we're winding down on time.
Let's do it.
But it's kind of along the lines of what you guys have been talking about. Shauna wants to know, what is a technically trained dancer? When Judy or Kelly says they lack musicality, what do they mean?
I think everybody has a different definition of a technically trained dancer. I would just imagine someone who's been trained, I would say mostly in ballet, because that's the basis of all dance technique. And so if you have a ballet background or you've at least danced, some girls are coming to us from cheer backgrounds and different things, and it's not to say that one is better than the other, but that's what I think of when I think of a technical background. You've got extensions, pirouettes, all that under your belt, and you've had like a ballet or a technique background, placement and that type of thing. That's what I envision. That doesn't necessarily make you a great DCC by any means, but that's kind of where the technique comes into play. And then what was the other piece of that?
Musicality. What does it mean when
Musicality.
Kelly and Judy say that they lack it?
Yeah, you can either be ahead or behind the music or just entirely off, but I feel like the problem that most people run into, especially in training camp, I know I did, you're ahead of the music because you're anticipating the moves because you know it so well, or you want to show them that you know it, or
rushing.
Yeah, you're just ahead. You're not in the pocket of the beat. So when the beat's hitting, your arm is actually a little ahead of that or whatever. Or you could be behind the music. But the point is to bring the music to life. So you want to be right on the 8 count. Right? Do you want to add to that? I don't know.
Yeah, no, that was spot on.
Okay.
And I do think, like Rachel said, you don't have to be the most technical dancer to make this team. We
No,
have girls that are
absolutely
just
not.
great performers, and that's where they're constantly having to work harder to maybe get the musicality of things, but they just have such a great presence when they're performing that maybe Kelly or Judy are drawn to them in that way. But
Yeah,
technique is
100%.
always going to help you as far as just knowing your footing. We talked a lot about the boots, and if you sink back in your heels, you have to be on your toes, which comes with a lot of training for that to be natural. And so having a good foundation like ballet will definitely help you, but
you don't have to
you
have
can
it.
power
Yeah.
through if that's not your strongest suit.
Nailed it.
Okay, Brennan. John says, Brennan, your journey through adversity to triumph is truly inspiring. It also made you a fan favorite. I think every DCC fan shed a happy tear when you made the team this year. If time and circumstances could be changed, would you rather just make the team the first time, or do you look back and think about how much you've learned by having to try again, and has it made you a better person? Or would you do it the same way all over again?
Wow, thank you so much. That's a really sweet message. I actually just talked to Kelly and Judy about this in my year-end meeting, and Kelly's biggest phrase is believe in the process, and she says that a lot throughout training camp, and I believe that wholeheartedly. I, of course, would have loved to have made it my first year because that's the dream and that's the ultimate goal, but I wouldn't change anything about my journey at all because it allowed me to grow as a person. It allowed me to I would say the biggest thing, if I were to take it away from myself, is that hearing stories like that from people where I've inspired maybe young children to go after their dreams. I hear stories constantly about just people wanting to share their story about going after whether it's a college dance team or maybe just something small in your life that you just needed a little push and it gave you the courage to do that. The fact that I could inspire people to do that is extremely heartwarming, and to know that I was a part of that is more than just making the team on the first try. Of course, it would have been great, but I would also say, too, the friendships. I was able to get close with multiple different training classes, not just my rookie season, but landed on this one, and I'm so blessed to say that I'm close with the ones above me, and then also my rookie class is the best. So
lucky to have her. Yeah.
Wouldn't change it.
You got extra friends.
I have extra friends. We talked about this. There were only 4 girls that were on the team and not in training camp with me.
Wow.
Wow.
4 girls.
All the friends.
Who?
Kashara, Amy, Lacey. One more.
Jess?
Nope, she was in my first one.
Who's the other 4th year?
Uh-oh.
Are there 3?
Maybe there were only 3.
Wow.
How do you know?
Even more
So
amazing.
33, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
Good
But
stuff.
you get to know them. I mean, when you're in a rookie class with people, you get to know them on a deeper level. And so I have 33 of those.
Oh, I love it. Quick follow-up
Even
question.
Janelle. We were in training camp twice together.
It was special. Mm-hmm. And we danced together this year too.
Yes,
we did.
Finally on the field together, yeah.
Janelle saving lives every game day.
Follow-up question for you.
Sure.
Jasper and Riley want to know, how old is Finn and what dog food do you feed him?
Great. Well, this is my favorite question. So Finn is 2.5, and I feed him Taste of the Wild. It's awesome. It's a healthy solution. You can get it at your local.
There you go.
Pet food.
I feel like I'm on a commercial for
Shout
Taste
out.
of the Wild. Yeah.
Awesome dog mom.
Okay. We're running out of time, but I've loved doing this, so I'm going to give Janelle the final question because she's been hitting it with
Okay.
some good ones.
What is something that none of your teammates know about you?
Wow, that's really difficult.
I
They know
know.
practically everything at this point. I don't know. Do you have anything?
Okay. If you can't think of that, think of what is something that maybe our fans out there or the viewers, people listening, what is something that they don't know about each of you or wouldn't know?
Or if it's easier, you can answer for the other person. Sometimes people know each other better.
I've shared some stuff about you so far.
Oh, you have?
Hip hop dancer.
Yeah, okay. We'll go with that. Little known fact, it is in my DCC bio though, so I'm like, I don't know if that counts. But I was trained in this style of dance called clogging. So at home at our studio, we are
I can't follow
national champs in clogging. Clogging is really our thing. And for those who don't know, it's like a tap shoe, but there's another tap attached to it. So it's like kind of a jingle sound, and there's a whole technique. It's clogging. It's its own world. So look it up on YouTube. You
That
see
is a
it.
fun
picturing,
fact.
I'm picturing like Irish dancing or like
It's kind of like a
or someone like in Germany, like
met tap, and then it was like you tossed in a little like
That's
southern
super
hoedown
interesting.
throwdown in there too. Yeah, I would say
Good
that's my fun
job.
fact.
Okay, I have one. I mentioned this 3 years ago in training camp, but it was my fun fact. But I'm going to
Old
bring
news.
it. I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah.
So I am actually an ordained minister. So if anybody
no way.
needs
So you
to-
could do a marriage?
I could.
Wait,
Now, is that something that you have to upkeep every year?
You do pay an annual fee.
Okay.
So it's really easy. You just go online to get
sounds
certified.
right to Brennan.
Well, why? How?
I was trying to convince my best friend. I was equally right.
Literally so random.
Yeah, I was equally as good of friends with her and her husband. So I was like, I can't be in your wedding. I'll just marry you. And she's like, well, you're not ordained. And so I just got online and got ordained.
Wow,
And you married them?
No, she wouldn't let me. She picked someone else.
that'd be a sweet story. Wait, I love that. I didn't know that. There you go.
That is so
That is
random.
really interesting.
So if anybody out
job.
there, all our engaged girls on the team, hit me up.
Good.
I'll do it for
Ordained
free.
I was
Minister
going to say
Brennan.
Father Brennan in the house, but you're not a father.
What is the proper title for that? Just ordained minister Brennan?
I have a card.
Oh, you're so
Oh, shoot, girl.
I
so
should have brought it.
official.
I'm like,
That's a great fun fact.
That is a
Thank you.
good one.
No
do you
one
plan
knew.
on keeping that license forever?
absolutely.
Why not?
It'll come in handy
Honestly,
one day.
it's such a good party trick too. You're like, did you know? Fun fact.
I bet it will come in handy one random day. You'll be like on a plane and there'll be a couple who are like, we just want to get married now. We love each other so much. And you'll be like,
pull out my card.
Save the day. I got you.
Got you.
Love it.
Well, what a good way to end the show.
Yeah.
That was good. Clogging, ordained ministers.
Well done, ladies.
The more you know. But thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Soon, well, I was going to say soon to be veterans, but basically you are. Rachel W. and Brennan. Next time you'll see these girls will be on some awesome content coming out of their first calendar shoot. So be sure to follow along later in April for that. Janelle, thanks as always, and again
Thank
for
you.
coming in. And I'm not sure when our next show is or who it is, so follow along on DCC Social for who will be next. And thanks for tuning in to These Boots Are Made for Talking.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?